Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here for March 16th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what kicked off the new week. First on the board today, we got our June live cattle. We did kick off the week with a nice little relief rally here in this cattle market. This June contract seeing a nice push above Friday's high there, and our bull pivot at 31.15. Nice finish up there at 31.85 today. However, it was a really light volume rally here today. Typical sign of a relief rally in a bigger picture downtrend. We still expect to see some resistance all the way up into 34 to 36. Sellers should start to get aggressive here as we pull up into this area in the days to come. We want to see this market kind of balance out once again, and we should see those bears trying to turn this market lower once again and keep this downtrend rolling to lower. Bulls need to get a convincing close back up here above 236.50. If they can get a close back above here, that would open the door to some more upside. But in the meantime, we still have lots of resistance overhead. Encourage everyone to continue to slow play this thing. If there's going to be any more upside, we should create a little bit better structure and a base to trade around. But in the meantime, I encourage everyone to be defensive, as there should be a few other aftershocks here from all this recent selling. We still expect to see those bears step in and continue to drive this cattle market lower. So look for this market to kind of balance out after this relief rally here today, and those bears try and step in here over the next week and turn this cattle market lower. Next up, we got our April feeders on the board. This market also seeing a nice rally up there above that bull pivot and Friday's high at 347. Nice finish up there near those highs at 350.05 today. This market still remains below its major moving averages. Plenty of overhead supply up here that'll act as good resistance. Once again, light volume rally here today. So typical sign of a relief rally in a bigger picture downtrend. We still expect to see plenty of resistance overhead. In the next couple of days, we want to see this market balance out and start to turn lower once again. Those bears should offer some resistance up here at these major averages, or all the way up here towards 360 at this prior week's supply zone. Look for more downside to come. In the meantime, we could get a little bit more relief rally here, but we don't expect it to last long, as we should see more aggressive selling action here before this week is up. Jumping over to our May corn futures now, we did see a nice rejection here today of those range highs. Price did finish last week up there above 465, which gave the bulls a chance to keep that momentum rolling into this week. However, they failed hard already early today, seeing pricing open up and break down immediately today below 465, right back in the middle part of this range. As long as we remain between 445 and 465, expect to see some more choppy action. Volatility still remains elevated here in this corn market. These daily ranges are continuing to be a little bit wider than they have over the last couple months. So expect to see this volatility remain elevated. But until we can escape either edge of this 465 to 445 range, we expect to see more choppy action and range conditions to continue here in this corn market. Next up, crude oil prices coming back down a little bit here today. We did see that Sunday night open up above that $100 mark. However, those bears stepping in and pushing this market back into Friday's range, finishing the day down there near 95. At the moment, not seeing any major follow-through or escalation. At the moment, this market still remains up here in some pretty wild territory and continue to see elevated volatility. But so far, we did see a weak start to week 11 here so far. So expect to see more choppy and wide ranges here in the meantime. At the moment, though, unless there's any sort of other escalation over there in Iran, expect to see prices continue to get rejected from the $100 range and try and push back down here and come back to earth and restore some sort of normality here. So in the meantime, expect to see a little bit more volatility, but until we see any sort of escalation, these oil prices should start to come back down here into the 80s. And next up, equity markets seeing a nice little rally here to start off the week so far. Prices mostly taking back most of Friday's losses. However, during the day session today, we did see some pretty choppy action. A lot of that upside came during the overnight period. We did see a nice little run up there to the highs a couple of times today, but bears stepping in and trying to keep this market off of those highs and seeing some selling pressure back down here towards this opening range late today. A lot of volume coming in. This market looks a little bit heavy here. Still not a very clean picture. A lot of these mega cap names and underlying components have some pretty messy charts. We still expect to see some downside here in these indexes. The Nasdaq continues to defend these range lows, trying to drive out of here, but continuing to see resistance as well at those averages. So price continues to look heavy here across these indexes. Not a great picture here, just kind of a single day bounce after a multi-day breakdown to finish out last week. So not expecting any sustainable rally here at the moment. This market still has some major headwinds and not a whole lot of clean charts to trade around. So in the meantime, expect to see more downside or at least some choppy behavior here in these indexes. Being cash heavy and being defensive right now is going to be your best bet. There will be better opportunities to put money to work, so continue to be defensive here while this market sorts through some of this volatility and we get some little cleaner charts to trade around here over the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, stay defensive and you're not missing much right here in this market. There will be better opportunities and smoother seas ahead. So take your time and we'll continue to monitor the situation and this corrective action. So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We will catch you guys tomorrow.